Plaintiff Jason Glover met the defendant in college, and he thought he was a genuine and honest guy. But he soon found out he was a total liar. Jason claims the defendant lies about being a model from Las Vegas, and he's suing him today for rent, late fees, and a security deposit. Defendant Henry Trey Black III says he has no idea why Jason's calling him a liar, because he was born and raised in Las Vegas. Trey says after he rented an apartment with Jason, he was confined to his room because Jason brought a pit bull into their home, and he only admits to owing for 2 months of rent.
Start with you.
Well, first I would like to start. My mom, she loves your show. She watches your show every single day, and anytime I'm home, she makes sure that I watch you as well.
Oh,
so I felt like it was only right to give you a custom pocket square like I have.
All right.
And just wanted you to have that.
This your mom?
Yes, it is.
How you doing? Thank you.
I'm doing well.
It's very exclusive, only 2 in the world, mine and yours.
Really? All right. That looks sharp. That's sharp. I have a tie. Pretty much match this. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. That ain't gonna do you no good here, though. Go ahead, though. I do appreciate it, though.
No problem.
Tell me about your background with you and the defendant.
Okay, well, I first met him his freshman year at Clemson University. He seemed to be a very honest and genuine person at that time, but once I got to get to know him a little bit better, I realized that wasn't true. I realized that he makes up stories, for people to believe about his life. For example, he says that he's a model, but just because you take pictures, everyone knows that does not make you a model. I mean, I think I look better anyway, so if I take pictures, that doesn't mean that I'm a model either. And in addition to that, he says that he's from Las Vegas, and although he was born there, he was raised in a country city called Spartanburg, South Carolina, which is nothing compared to Las Vegas on any level at all. And he just has stories after stories about his life.
All right. And you doubt that they are true for the most part?
Yes.
Give me some stories. Just tell me some of the things you told him, put it that way.
Oh, well, as far as stories is concerned, I have no idea what he's
You're
talking
a model?
about. I do.
All right.
And I'm born and raised in Las Vegas. I still have a 702 area code. My father's, lives in Vegas. My whole father's side of the family lives in Vegas. My whole mother's side of the family, yes, is in South Carolina.
So he's just a straight up hater.
I wouldn't say that, but I don't speak negatively about anyone, but
Well,
that's
why
not
do you
true.
think he's saying this?
I have no idea.
What are you suing him about? Tell me about the rent.
All right, so first, we decided to move in. We were under the impression that we were going to be living together up until July 31st, 2013. And I have a lease right here that says that me, him, and Jason Combs, I have a witness statement from him, that we all agreed to live
Let's
in.
see it. You all were all students there?
Yes.
Good. Let's see. Where's the signature page?
And that's another thing.
I didn't sign the lease, sir, Your Honor.
He didn't sign the lease, but
No
because...
wonder you didn't give me the signature page. You thought I wasn't going to notice that?
Well, I have a statement from the property management, and they have the situation, and they also signed it and everything here.
They have a situation.
No, they signed it and everything. They stated the situation at hand, and I have a document.
They said he was a party to the lease?
Yes.
All right, let's see that. Please be informed that we have not received a payment from Henry Black III since November in the amount that I received a payment from Jason. Doesn't say he's a tenant, sir. He could be what is referred to as a month-to-month tenant.
Okay.
What else you want me to know? You have something else?
Yes, I have documents saying that the payments that have been made ever since we moved in, where he has made payments of $350. And the management property said in the state of South Carolina, as long as you make the first month's rent, then you're automatically agreeing to paying that until the lease is up in July.
Okay, you have that law?
Yes.
Read it to me, the law.
That's what the management property said as soon as I went there.
All right, they misled you. There's no such law in the entire nation.
Okay.
Called month-to-month tenancy. If a person does not sign a lease. Just because you pay somebody don't mean you're bound for the entire year. You're bound for the entire year if you sign something that says I will pay for the entire year. All right, so let's talk about the rent that he failed to pay, however. What months did he fail to pay?
All right, the last payment that he made was in November, so I paid...
November of 12?
November 2012.
And when did he move out?
He moved out at the beginning of January.
It's not true, Your Honor.
When did you move out?
Beginning of December, right after finals. So second week of December is when I left.
Well, yeah, you paid for the entire month of December.
That's correct,
then.
and I did, sir.
You did?
I did.
All right.
Sir, that's not true. He did not pay December, and I have the statements that the last time he paid rent was in November, and they have everything
What
up until...
statement is that from?
This
I
is
also have
from
a statement as well.
the agency from the management property.
All right, let's see that.
And I also have text messages from Mr. Black as well in January when he explained to me that he wasn't able to come back and how he had to leave.
All right, and...
May I please?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, sir, can I start off by saying
Sure.
that Jason and I, we started off as friends, and as he spoke highly of me, I also speak highly of him. He was also a respectful person. He was a welcome leader when I was a freshman into university, and we became friends from that point forward. The next year I moved, as a sophomore, moved off campus, and I didn't agree with the tidiness and like my roommates and the conditions I lived with previously. So the next year we decided that we would live together. And then from that point forward, our relationship kind of went downhill when he brought in an animal to the apartment where we weren't supposed to have animals into the home. It kind of jeopardized our lease by bringing in an animal.
What type of animal?
He brought a pit bull. He had a pit bull puppy. And, you know, the things that come along with having a puppy and also having a dog, you know, things getting teared up, soiled on, you know, chewed up. And, you know, that occurred. Also being confined to my room because of the animal being there. Guests could not, you know, wander freely because of having to be afraid of the dog. What the dog had a thing with biting hair, girls' hair. And so, you know, it wasn't cool for me to have friends that walk around freely. So I was basically confined to my room because of that. So
that's not true, Your Honor. He has pictures on his Facebook of him and my dog. He loved my dog.
Does not mean that the dog is.
And in addition to that, my dog is a service animal, and you can also see on that paper that I gave you, it's a $200.
When that happened, does not say.
Anything else you want to say? Let's get past the dog.
Sir.
Anything else?
Well, sir, I would like to say that yes, I did leave then the second week after the finals were over in December, and I didn't decide to share the information why. It was very personal for me why I left. I said that I did owe December's rent. And I had to get a job so that I could be able to pay for those things. So we had a clash, and you know.
Did you pay for December's rent?
I absolutely did. I paid for December's rent I have a lease statement. I paid for December's rent on March the 27th of 2013. This is when I actually had a job and actually got, you know, I was getting income. I told him exactly that.
Sir, did he pay March 27th?
No, he did not.
Let's see what you have. Doyle,
yes, sir.
Please. And what are we saying here with the
second page, Your Honor?
Same management company. Your document went to March 6th. His goes through April 10th. And on March 27th, as he says, he paid. And that's what it indicates here. You got a little game with you.
No.
But it's short game when it comes to me.
No, actually.
Just look game back, man. You go keep giving me half the documents.
No, but at that time when I got
You keep giving me half the documents, think I'm going to go for that lightweight game.
Sir,
thank you for giving me all the documents.
Sir, when this was printed, it was March 11th.
You knew you were coming today, though.
Yeah. But Your Honor, I also paid, at the time I paid for December's rent already.
If you already paid for December's rent, go get it back from the landlord because he paid the landlord himself.
And I also have a statement, Your Honor.
Go get your money back.
All right.
He's already paid the landlord what he owes.
Okay.
I have a statement, Your Honor, saying my mother sent an email concerning this as well. Just verifying what you said, that the money would be returned to him. They would reimburse them.
Please pay APM for the balance due for Henry's account. Once we receive monies, we will reimburse Jason what he has paid on your behalf. All right? They say they're going to reimburse you. Can I give him this?
Absolutely.
So he can go and get his money.
But
security deposit, how does he owe you for that?
All All right, well, we first got an eviction notice in February, and I had no idea he hadn't paid rent since November. So they told me that I had to pay December, January, and February's rent in order for us to not get evicted. And so I ended up having, in addition to the security deposit and $35 in late fees. So I had to pay all of that before we were actually able to release the eviction.
No, you pay security deposit before you move in.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but he didn't pay the full thing. And you can see that on the paper that I gave you earlier. He paid a portion of the security deposit when everyone else paid the full price of it.
What portion did he pay?
It was supposed to, he had a balance of $148.
Sir, what do you say to that? Did you pay your security deposit fully?
I paid $850 on that account when I first moved there.
Security deposit.
Yeah, that really just handled, I guess, like he said, $150.
All right, so you do believe there was a balance of $148 that you failed to pay?
Absolutely, sir.
All right, so I'm going to grant you your $148 that he failed to pay.
And I also wanted to add something else. I have a witness statement from our third roommate. He also said that we made an agreement. We went into this situation with the understanding that we were all going to be living there until July 31st, 2013.
Right, you had that understanding, but it wasn't on the lease. You all had the understanding, not him, else he'd have signed it. So I'll grant you $148 for the security deposit. I will grant you $35 for the late fees. And I will grant you, how much was each month's rent on his share?
$350.
I'm going to give you $350 for the month of January because you didn't give 30-day notice. So you get $350, $148 plus $35 is what?
$533.
All right, in the future, sir, if you have a lease and you have others signing on to it, if the person doesn't sign on to it, that person isn't bound by it. You can only be bound in a lease if you sign it.
Sir, and one more thing. I have a text message conversation where he said that he's going to continue to make the payments for the rest of the time here, and he said that in his text messages.
Let's see it.
And can I say as well, sir? I felt that because I left, like you said, without 30-day notice, that I would think, okay, well, if we have a rent that needs to be paid, I understand that, okay, maybe I put a bind on him for me leaving. So I would say, 2 months maximum would be enough time to take.
Yeah, he didn't say he's going to pay it all the way out, sir.
He said he's going to continue making the payments.
That was before I even paid for my December's rent.
You said specifically that he would pay it all the way through. I heard what you said.
Yes, well, I told you that he said he was going to continue to pay the rent.
No, you said he sent me a text saying that he would pay it all the way through.
I said he was going to continue to make the payments.
No, you said all the way through. I heard exactly what you said.
Okay, I misspoke.
Yeah, your case is dismissed for perjury. You tried to perpetrate a fraud. You gave me something that you said indicates he'll pay it all the way through. That says no such thing. You lied on him, sir. You lied to me. You perpetrated a fraud with a document. That's like you tried to perpetrate a fraud with giving me this one page without the signature showing that he had signed. You tried to perpetrate 2 frauds on me. I'm a lawyer and a judge. I've done this for a while. So the little schemes there, they don't work here. Case dismissed. Have a good day.
There is no friendship. He understood that he was supposed to pay rent until July, and he's sitting up here making it seem as though he intended to pay up until January. He knows that wasn't the intention at all, and he knows that that wasn't the truth. And I just wish that from now on he understands that he needs to handle his business.
Well, I wish Jason the best, and I really wish that we could continue a friendship. I mean, however the situation has to go forward is his decision, but I believe that the judge ruled in the right way.